So this is a tutorial on how to change the icons for certain applications into things that you actually may think are cooler. For example, I've changed my iTunes so that it's the Death Star from Star Wars right here. And sometimes an application will upgrade its icon and you don't recognize what it is because you're used to the older icon. Well, this is a way to change it back to something that you recognize. It can be very helpful. To do this, I use Photoshop, so that's something you'll need. There's probably other ways to do this, but for the sake of this tutorial, that's what we'll be using. So the first thing you do, for example, I've changed the Google Chrome into a Chrome muffler. Let's change that back to something else. So you go to Google Images and you just find the images you want. So I'm just going to look up some of the icons that I had before for Google Chrome. And this one, for example, is pretty awesome. I think I like this one. So I'm going to get the full size of the image and I right click on it and say copy image. And now what we're going to do is take that into Photoshop and we're just going to say new. And when you have something in the clipboard, it'll preset to the clipboard size, so you can just say OK. And at this point you just want to paste it in. So now we have our image. If we paste it in just like this as an icon, it will have all the white around the corners. So the goal of Photoshop is to take those out. To do that, I use the magic wand tool right here, which is great for kind of selecting that stuff. So you click into the area that you want to remove and you just cut it out. It's a little tough to see that you're actually cutting it out because there's a white background layer here. So what I do is I drag this background layer onto the trash so that you can actually see, when you see this checkered behind there, you know that there's nothing there. That's kind of Photoshop's way of saying that there's a blank wall behind it. So I'm going to do the bottom as well. I'm going to cut that out. So now I have just the icon. And at this point we are going to select all, which I don't know if it can be done. I use the key command, so it's Command A to select all, and then we shall copy. And now what we need to do is find where the actual application lives, not just in the dock, but on your actual computer. And to do that, we right-click the icon in the dock and go to Options and say Show in Finder, and that will take you to the actual application. Now right-clicking on that and say Get Info. We'll pull up this window where you'll see two versions of the icon. You'll see one down here under the preview window and you'll see a tiny one up here in the top left. If you click once on this, you'll see a little blue highlight to it, and then you just hit Command V to paste it, and it's going to paste that image that we had just grabbed from Photoshop. Now at this point the icon on the dock won't refresh until you've successfully quit out of the application and then clicked on it again. And now, as you see, I have a new icon for my Google Chrome that has the outer parts of the corners cut out of it, so it just shows you the icon. And you can do that with any image, and you can do that for anything besides things in your dock. You can do that for a folder, and you do it the exact same way, just finding that folder, going right-clicking it to get info, clicking up on the top part here, and clicking Command V to paste it. And it's going to do the exact same thing. So that's the end of the tutorial. Hope it was helpful.